You can't trust ChatGPT for everything, guys. It can be really, really stupid sometimes. Keep that in mind as you ask Chat for advice. Hi ladies, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Helen. If you're new here, welcome. I started this YouTube channel now a couple of years ago just to kind of document my entire IVF journey abroad in Korea. And I did it because I really wanted to stop feeling so lonely in this journey. I think it's an incredibly isolating experience, and it's been really rewarding finding my community online and engaging with all of you and making friends as well as I go through this. It's not all just that, so there's that. Anyway, I live in the States, but I traveled all the way to Korea for my fertility treatments. And that's because I used to live in Korea. I know my way around there. And also my husband is a Korean citizen, and we get a lot of fertility benefits from the government, which is great. A typical round of IVF in the States, I would say, would cost between $20,000 to $50,000, depending on where you go. And medication is super expensive as well. I personally was quoted $30,000 including meds, and I was like, oh, I cannot do that. When I found out about Korea, even without insurance or without all the benefits that we get from the government, it would have been like $5,000 to $6,000 per round for me, for my case. Obviously, it's different for everyone. This is including meds as well. So I just figured that it would just be so much more cost effective, me getting fertility treatments in Korea, where treatments are really advanced as well. It just made sense for me to go back to Korea to get my IVF done there. So another thing that I have been doing for the past couple of years as I've been going through my own journey is I got together with other women who have gone through IVF in Korea and who understand the struggle, who understand what the challenges are. And we created a company called Bloom Korea. And this is basically a free service to all of you who are considering IVF, and especially considering IVF abroad. We help women from all over the world. A lot of you guys have been from the States, but we help women get the right information, get connected to the right hospitals and doctors in Korea, and start your fertility journey there. So if you are interested in something like that, you can reach out to us at bloomkorea.co. I'll put that up on the screen here. And just let them know that Helen sent you, and they'll take good care of you. As most of you guys know, I am taking a couple of months, well, longer than a couple months. It's going on to 3 months now of a break after my last egg retrieval in Korea. I came back to the States, to California, to just be at home for a while and detox all of the hormones. And I really haven't been filming a lot since I got here because I just wanted to turn the brain off and really just kind of have fun and not think about anything. But today I just wanted to connect with everyone and let you guys know where I'm at. So I am currently done with egg retrievals. So I'm done with that. No more egg retrievals. Even if IVF doesn't work out for me, I don't want to go through more egg retrievals. Never say never, but it's just not, I think I'm done. And so I have 4 embryos currently stored, frozen and stored at my hospital in Korea. Currently, I am waiting for a hysteroscopy, which will also help with implantation. It improves your chances of implantation by, I think, between 10 to 15%, even if there's nothing wrong with the uterus. If there is something that's found in there, then like scar tissue or something like that, then you definitely want to get that taken care of. So I am getting a hysteroscopy a month before my FET. And then after that, I guess I will probably most likely have a medicated cycle to prepare for my frozen embryo transfer. So this means that I have exactly 2 months before my frozen embryo transfer. And that means that I have a little bit of time to prepare my body. I haven't been the best at keeping up with my diet, my healthy diet, and not drinking and things like that while I was here, but I think I need to get back on the horse. So today I actually asked ChatGPT to help me and come up with a plan for the next couple of months for my diet and nutrition. So let's see what it came up with together, and then you can also let me know your opinions and let me know in the comments below. If you have anything to throw in there, then let me know. So Chat gave me an 8-week FET prep plan, and the goal is to support estrogen levels, balance hormones, and reduce inflammation and optimize implantation conditions. So we'll take a look at what it came up with. Weeks 1 through 2 will be about hormone balance and cycle regulation, and then diet highlights seed cycling, phytoestrogens, which will be good for my low estrogen. The lifestyle focus will be about a gentle detox and sleep hygiene. And then weeks 3 to 4, estrogen support an endometrial lining, diet highlights, add flax seeds, sesame seeds, leafy greens, lifestyle focus, stress reduction, warm uterus. Weeks 5 to 6, egg quality and mitochondrial boost, antioxidant rich foods, light cardio and acupuncture. I don't know about that one because I did tell it that I was preparing for my FET and not for my egg retrieval, so I don't know about this one. Sometimes you can't trust ChatGPT for everything, guys. It can be really, really stupid sometimes. Keep that in mind as you ask Chat for advice. And then weeks 7 through 8, implantation prep and inflammation control. So anti-inflammatory diet. Let's see, lifestyle focus should be on low cortisol and uterine warmth. The focus for week 7, 8 should actually be all throughout the 2 months that I'm preparing for my FET, honestly. Let's take a look at the supplements that it's recommending. So prenatal, as directed, continue daily. And then CoQ10, I guess I can continue to take it. One question that I've gotten a lot is, when do you stop your CoQ10 in your IVF journey? I don't think it matters if you keep taking CoQ10 after your embryo transfer. It's not gonna harm you, but CoQ10, the main purpose of taking it is really for egg quality. And so if you're done with that part of the IVF journey, then I think it's better to just not take it. What's the point? I am still taking it though, because I am attempting to still try naturally as I spend time with my hubby here. So I'm still taking it. Let's get back to the chart. There's DHA and EPA. I was originally just taking DHA, but I think it's also important to incorporate EPA in there as well. This is all fish oil. It doesn't have to be fish oil. There's vegan options as well. But EPA actually helps with inflammation a little more than DHA, I believe. That will also actually help a lot with the blood flow to your uterus. NAC, I was just taking it from before when I was doing my egg retrievals. It's great for egg quality and apparently for detox as well. But NAC, I really started taking it because of the antioxidants. So I don't know. Chat is telling me to keep taking it for my FET as well. Probiotics is huge, I think. The one that I got, I'll put it up on the screen, but the one that I got is supposed to be really good for vaginal health. So there has been some research recently, which I'll see if I can find it and link it as well in the description. But there has been research saying that if you take probiotics for vaginal health before your FET, then that helps with your implantation success rates. So I'm definitely taking those. And then True Niagen, this is NAD+. It's an anti-aging mitochondrial support supplement. I'm just gonna keep taking it. I don't know if I'm supposed to continue to take it after my FET or not, so I will ask my doctor about that. But leading up to the FET, I understand that it's okay to take. Vitamin D, 2000 IU per day, crucial for implantation. Honestly, I have vitamin D in my prenatal, so I'm not too worried about taking an additional vitamin D, honestly. And I get lots of sun here in California, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, this is one thing that is new that I am thinking about adding. This is optional, but maca root gelatinized may help balance estrogen and energy, especially during perimenopause. So maybe that will be good for me. I have DOR, so super low AMH, and you know, I could really use some help with estrogen right now because I know that my estrogen is coming out super low. I track my fertility hormones every day, so my tracker is telling me that my estrogen is very low. And I think this in turn is what is elongating my cycles as well. My last cycle was so long. My usual cycles last about 26 days, but the last one, there's like 2 weeks added on top of the 26 days. Another supplement that's optional is L-arginine. I used to take this the first time that I was preparing for my embryo transfer. May support uterine blood flow. I think this one I will definitely get and take with me to Korea and start taking it about a month before, after my hysteroscopy is done. So that's pretty much the supplement plan. There are a few things in there that are a little iffy. Like I definitely wouldn't take some things. Like I don't think I need extra vitamin D if it's already in my prenatal. At one point in my fertility journey, I was taking like 5,000 IU of the vitamin D every single day. And because my fertility journey has been so long, oh man, when I got blood tested, my vitamin D levels were way too high, which could be a little toxic. Okay, here's the diet plan that Chat is giving me. Diet plan by phase. So weeks 1 through 4, we're gonna focus on estrogen support and cycle regulation. So flax and sesame seeds, seed cycling for follicular phase. From my understanding, I believe that flax seeds help with estrogen. It's better for the first couple of weeks of your cycle. And then sesame seeds are good for your luteal phase, which are the 3rd and 4th week of your cycle. Yeah, I guess I'll just do it that way. It didn't tell me that, but you know, this is just something that my nutritionist has told me before, so I'll just follow that. Okay, decaf green tea, great. That's great. Water processed. And the raspberry leaf tea, I will take both. I used to take raspberry leaf tea. I think it really helps to thicken your uterine lining, which is good, but it can also cause contractions, so you shouldn't take it after FET, is what I remember. And then cruciferous veggies, oh my goodness, I'm allergic to broccoli, or I shouldn't say allergic, but I am very sensitive to broccoli and cauliflower. I get really sick. My stomach starts hurting like crazy after having broccoli. I'm allergic to all the good stuff. I'm allergic to avocado and broccoli. It sucks. But anyway, organic soy. So tofu and edamame, I should definitely have some edamame. It's also good for estrogen as well. Berries, pomegranate, vitamin E rich foods, sunflower seeds and almonds. And then let's see, reduce sugar, caffeine, and alcohol. Well, duh. Okay, so that's the first month. Weeks 5 through 8, implantation prep. Let's see. There's anti-inflammatory food. There's turmeric, ginger, garlic, and oily fish. So I guess I will be eating a lot of that. Some fish that's safe to have, that's not too high in mercury, would be, let's see, like salmon, I think is good. I think tuna is pretty high, honestly. So you can't have too much of it. Hold on, let me just ask Chat again. I feel like now that we have ChatGPT, it's just so much easier. Okay, what fish are low in mercury that gives you good omega-3 fat? Okay. Sardines are good. Anchovies, the Atlantic mackerel. I have lots of mackerel. Koreans love mackerel. It's really good. But do not confuse this with the king mackerel. Excuse me. The king mackerel actually has a really high amount of mercury, so don't confuse those two. Herring and wild-caught salmon, especially Alaskan. Sockeye and coho are good options. There's rainbow trout, farmed or wild. And then there's whitefish. It says to avoid or limit these because they're very high in mercury. King mackerel, swordfish, tilefish from the Gulf of Mexico, shark, and big eye tuna. Yeah, tuna. But anyway, aim for 2 to 3 servings per week of low mercury, omega-3 rich fish for fertility, heart, and brain benefits. So yeah, okay, that was a little diversion. Let's go back to what we were talking about. Also have some warm foods, soups, stews, cooked vegetables. There's a whole bunch of foods in Chinese medicine where they tell you foods that warm your body up as opposed to making your body cold. Complex carbs, sweet potato, oats, quinoa. Avoid cold and raw foods, excess dairy, and gluten if sensitive. So not everybody has to avoid gluten. My next door neighbor, she actually had IVF as well, and she has a beautiful daughter now. But her doctor basically told her to go gluten-free, and she did it for like years. And now she has her beautiful daughter, so it worked for her. But based on what I've discussed with my nutritionists and other fertility coaches, you should only avoid gluten if you're sensitive or if you're celiac. I guess the way to find that out is to keep a food diary or get tested for it. But I guess it's just easier to just like cut gluten out altogether. She also cut out dairy altogether, like milk, cheese, things like that. If you want to be safe rather than sorry, then that's also another way to go. Don't mind my kitchen. It's a little messy, but I just wanted to share with you guys what I am taking for the first half of my cycle. I'm really trying this seed cycling thing out so that I can support my estrogen levels during the first half of my cycle and then my progesterone levels during the second half of my cycle. And so there are some seeds and some food to support that. Yeah, so let me show you. So first thing that I have when I wake up is apple cider vinegar mixed in with a little bit of wheatgrass. Sometimes I still have the celery juice. I made a video on that, so I will link that if anyone's interested. This is really for controlling or managing my FSH levels so that it doesn't go through the roof. But yeah, these two with water. And then after that, I have a little bit of breakfast. These days, I'm trying to have some edamame. This is really easy. I just got this at Costco. You just throw some in the microwave, like in a bowl, and then just have some. But it's supposed to help with estrogen levels, which is great. Another thing that I have for breakfast is my version of a peanut butter nutso. It has cashews, almonds, Brazil nuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, hazelnuts, pumpkin, and some sea salt. And I have that along with some bananas. So I just put some on my bananas and then I have that. Another thing that I've been having is the flax seed. It's ground flax seed. I'm taking it for the first 2 weeks of my cycle to support my estrogen levels again. So It actually tastes pretty good. You just throw it in like a smoothie or on top of your yogurt or your bowl or whatever it is. Just a couple of tablespoons of that per day. And then hemp seed. The way that I use this one is I just throw it on top of a salad. So there's that. And then this is also great for the first couple of weeks of your cycle. Organic sprouted pumpkin seeds. This is actually really tasty as a snack. It's like replacing my chips. Not that I ever really had chips. And then yeah, this is basically my first couple of weeks. My first couple of weeks in my cycle. What I will keep in my second cycle though, okay, sorry. What I will keep for the second part of my cycle would be, I'll probably keep the hemp seeds around because I just throw that on top of a salad. I'll keep doing the wheatgrass because this is less about estrogen and progesterone and more about my FSH levels. And then I'll just keep having the apple cider vinegar because that's actually really good for your blood sugar levels. Yeah, I'll probably keep all of those, but the second half of the cycle is about progesterone and progesterone support. So ideally, what I will be taking for my second half of the cycle would be sesame seeds, ground sesame seeds, so it's well absorbed, and also some sunflower seeds as well. I'm really gonna try this seed cycling thing out, so I'll tell you guys how it goes. But right now my estrogen levels are super low. I'm not so worried about my progesterone, more worried about my estrogen levels. And I'm also gonna get some soy milk to help with that as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Those are the supplements and the food that ChatGPT is basically telling me to have. But I think I'll do a little bit more research into this and see what are some recipes that I can go with and cook for dinner. Thank you for checking this out with me, and let me know if you have any information that you want to share with me about preparing for an embryo transfer. I would be really grateful if you would share your knowledge with me as well. Thank you so much for being a part of this community and making me feel a lot less alone in my journey. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, please subscribe to my channel, and please share this video with somebody that you feel like would benefit. And yeah, I will talk to you soon.